Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another fantastic episode. Let me introduce and start the show in the magical words of dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on. You guys know the drill.
Come on, come on.
You know the drill.
Yeah, we're back. Back in the building. Spence, it's been an eventful last 7 days, to say the least.
It has been. It's been very eventful, very, very eventful. And I mean, also, let me just say big up Izzy as if at his first his own show. I rate the brother because he called me and said, Spence, could you come down? I said, I'm not even phoning Tunde because Adam Swift will try to juju you. So I said, hey.
Bro, you start with the juju thing already.
Bro, listen, man, it was Bear Powers. Fair play to me, put on a really good show. But he had it in an ice rink, ton, yeah?
It was in an ice rink, yeah?
It was in an ice rink in Coventry. Brother,
Yes.
I was freezing my socks off, mate.
Yeah, okay. Bro, I did hear it was in an ice rink. What happened to your Yarde virgin?
You watch the fight, Tunde?
Bro, no, my
Wait, did you watch it? Yeah.
No, I didn't watch the show. To be fair,
No, all right.
I didn't watch it.
Cool.
I just saw. I saw highlights, and I see the Yarde brother crying his eyes out. I said, "Look at this."
Ton, the Yarde you.
Hey, Chabu is in the building.
What you doing? Go to bed.
What you doing? What you doing? How come you're not in bed?
Say good night. Say good night. Good. Bye. Bye.
Come on. Bye. Bye. Baba Tunde. Come on. Yeah, Spence. Now is it now Nile? I forgot his surname. Nile.
Now Berry.
Now Berry. Lovely young man.
Yeah, Tunde, the youth's got skills, you know, right? And
Yes.
just before we went, so it's me, big up Peter Fury, right? And Dave Coolwell. Like when I was doing the analysis before, they said, "Oh, what kind of fight would you want to see now in?" And I said to them straight, I don't want to see him warring. I wanted to use intelligent boxing. He's fight. Fair play, they put him in. He had an unbeaten brother. This you had 8 fights, 8 wins, 5 knockouts.
Oh wow!
Right? From Italy, yeah. Now Berry was 10-0 with 4 KOs, right? But I remember seeing John Pegg because the kid boxed on a Sky show when Joshua Boatsi boxed. When Joshua Boatsi boxed Dan Aziz, he boxed on that card, and he's a mad talent. He's a very talented kid, yeah. So I said like Peter and both Dave, because they're from them areas. They said, yeah, we know about the kid. He comes to rock with, man. I'm saying, well, they said, what would you like to see him? I said, I would like to see him box, use aggression when he can, but to gauge it and mix it up. Do you know what I mean? And my words when Pete said, I like that, I'm going to start using that. So I like to see the man use artful butchery. Right? No,
like that.
Right. The you never did artful butchery. He would come in on some bad man thing, yeah? Right? And he's like, but he lost the first round, second round. You see when this Italian brother clapped him, ton. When you see the Italian man coming to the ring, yeah, and he had on the Floyd shorts. He had on the Floyd shorts when Floyd fought Gatti, right?
Okay.
It's Floyd
The third thing.
Yeah, the third thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Where he had pink polka dots on it. And like, let me pick up Adam Smith as well. You know what I mean? For TV, he is a master commentator, right? And
he's a legend. He's one of the GOATs. He's one of the people that young up and coming commentators, he's a guy that you aspire to be like, because his passion for the game and his presentation is spot on. Go ahead.
But remember, you're the new Papa Sam, so no one can't tell me nothing about. So anyway, so when he said, and look at the short Spencer and listen, I told man, when you see a man travel to England and they're unbeaten, they're not just coming for no paycheck. They're coming to win, Tunde. Right?
Yes.
They're coming to win, right? It was a great show, Tunde, on the highlights. Listen, the Newt Now Berry reminds me a little bit of Simon Brown, right? How he fights, good fire. But the thing is, he's looking to bang out, man. And when I was in commentary to me and Dave Cool, I said, all he needs to do is like jab head and jab body and then wait, then attack. You come on, some rocking thing. It was exciting, but you know, at the end of the day, you can't do that for too long and think that, you know what I mean? You're staying in a range of fire. You got brother, the Italian brother, threw a big right and mash up his hand. Right? He mash up his hand and he starts shake his hand, his hand mash up. When I went to attack him, with the left foot, brother, bro, it wasn't nice because the youth fell into when we were doing commentary, he fell back into that commentary position. You know what I mean? It wasn't, similar to when Aaron Barkley knocked out Tommy Hearns and like,
it was
one of them ones there. It was one of them.
Wow.
Ones. Yeah.
Well, listen, he's a young man. It's the big stage. You know, got talent, but it's like I always say, you know, it's hard to take and it's evident that he was very, very upset. Tears was flowing from his face. But you know, what I can say to a young man is everything is a lesson. Work harder. Isn't it? Work harder. Whatever you done up until that point was not enough to get you over the line. So you don't cry over spilt milk. You go back to the drawing board and you double up the work that you was doing in the first place. And I'm sure you'll come again. You're young and very talented. So I hate that term, chin up. You know, just get back on the proverbial horse and keep it going. All right, listen. Let me big up people in the chat. Old Tight Denzel, Bell, Lee S. Sorry, I'm using a mouse today because my thing, this shows you how old. Hey, you want me to give you a joke?
What?
You know when this is when you know you're getting old, yeah? When you try iron money. You try iron bro, you know what? I had some 50s and stuff and 20s. And I said, yeah, you know the old school days when you just put on the iron board, like it might be crinkled and stuff. You put on the iron board, you iron out the thing straight, and you start. So, bro, I put the 50s on the ironing something there on the table. I iron it, bro. The thing chew up. The thing chew up. So I couldn't believe it. I was like, what's going on? That's how you know when you're getting old. But,
have you got the bit of the money with a serial number on it?
Yeah, bro.
Bring it to the bank. Bring it to the bank, and they'll take it up.
I got the thing, bro. I couldn't believe it. It's over there. But these are the new notes. They don't wash that. They don't wash that how they used to wash. You can usually just iron it, but you see all this watermark thing here and the material of the note. The material, Ash. That's how you know you're a young boy. Brothers on the road, we used to iron up the money.
Brother.
We used to iron up the money to make it nice and clean, and you just count it nicely. But anyway, I've gone off subject. It's plastic. Yeah, got it. Yeah. I didn't know.
It was like yesterday. That man dropped me some money cash.
Yeah,
I've never seen the paper money with King Charles's face on it.
No, I won't even pay no attention. Yeah, I just know Lizzie.
Yeah, I know Lizzie, and I see and King Charles's face is on it. You know what I mean?
My man's QM saying that with the new King's face in it. But anyway, Cole Malik said paid in full. But bro, we used to iron money when we got the money. And it was all crinkled up. We smooth it out because we need this thing to look nice when you count it up. But anyway, I've gone totally okay. But let me just carry on. Old Tight Code Malik, D-stretch. So I'm using the mouse because the thing's totally gone. Neil Simpson, Old Tight QM. T-Money official. Old type T-Money. Yeah, I like that. Official in the building. Guzzy, QM, Lee S. SO, QM, Nice Apple, J Woods. We've already said Denzel, Tyrone Booth, Hustle Daily Motion is in the building. Splash, Lifestyle, Aaron Green, Air Force. Yeah, I see ya. But there's just too much. Old type, the one, the only, Mr. Bobby, right. Old type JK, Better Life. He says, bless up Kings, Tunde and Spencer. Congrats on the involvement in the gym, Tunde, and the show yesterday, Spencer. So old type Spencer for that.
Yeah, big up, man. Thank you very much for the 199, my friend.
Old type Triple V, Billy Banter, Philip Answer. Oh, bro, Daniel J. Moteng. I haven't even got to your comment, but I read it earlier. We're gonna talk about that. Because for me, that was the highlight. Old type Steve Bailey, Stephen Birkinshaw. I see you, bro. Edna Good in the building. She says youth versus experience, and it absolutely is that. A great fight. DBC heavyweight boxing. Miles Williams. AAV Develops was the first person in the building. There was a Snapchat and it was from Rise. Thank you for the 199. What's happening with Yarde keeps getting pushed. No, people keep on pulling out when deals are done, but we're not going to go into that. These guys say they want to fight when there's an opportunity to fight. Because we don't say nothing and because we don't talk, it may look like we are the ones that are avoiding fighting. But we've made it clear, and this is all I'm going to say on this, we've made it clear over and over and over again. If someone goes to Russia to fight one of the most feared Ring Magazine fighters of the year, and you come from East London and South London, you roll into Russia on your own, no security, no one around us. And then fast forward another 3 years or so, and we fight one of, if not one of the most ferocious punchers in the light heavyweight division, also coincidentally a Russian. How can anyone look anyone in the face or on a keyboard and say that Anthony Yarde is ducking any fights? Come on, please. Use your gumption. Just use your gumption. And it's obvious if there's a fight that people want to see and it's not happening, and the fighter wants to fight, then there's a problem somewhere, which we won't go into for certain reasons. But anyway, it's going to happen. I'm quite sure everything happens for a reason. And I'm sure when everything is done and dusted, it will be a great time. And the UK, Europe, and the world will get a chance to again witness someone I know is just an explosive fighter and is pay-per-view worthy without a doubt. So yeah, don't worry, man. We're there. We're training. We're keeping ready. We're doing what professionals are supposed to do, which is stay ready. Stay ready. There's no getting ready. It's we're ready. We're ready. Pick up the phone now. Say the fight's next week. We're ready. Don't get tricked by see man in Jamaica doing a bogle. We're ready. We're ready.
So why is he doing the bogle? Why is he doing the bogle? You look racist.
Because it's synonymous with Jamaica. The bogle. But anyway, come on. Anyway, listen. Daniel Dubois versus Anthony Joshua, or let me say Anthony Joshua. Let me have some respect because AJ's dealing with respect. You better put some respect on my name. Don't disrespect me, Daniel. Anthony Joshua. Don't disrespect me, Daniel, because I don't take disrespect lightly. And Spencer, you see this AJ here? This is the AJ that I'm talking about. This is the AJ that me, Tunde Ajayi. I love this AJ. This is the roadman AJ. This is when you see a man like, I'm calm, cool, collected.
Sorry, Tunde, what science is Anthony Joshua using right now?
What science?
Yeah.
Come
on, son. The roadman science.
It's roadman science. It's roadman science. And his composure and his delivery of how he acted at that face-to-face was brilliant, Spence. And for me, it swayed everything. Remember,
Oh, what? Oh, so you've changed your mind now. Daniel Dubois not going to beat him.
Listen, I've changed my mind. And this is the thing about me. This is the thing about me. I don't have business to change my mind. I'm not one of them people that you hold on the word. I can change my mind. I've got that entitlement to change my mind. In fact, after I think now I've assessed everything. I've had time to calm down, had my cup of tea, and I feel I got carried away with the Herkovich fight. I got carried away with the Herkovich fight. I remember I was like, that Daniel is going to take out AJ. I said it, but I did say, and go back and watch the watch along, I said, at this moment in time, I'm favoring Daniel Dubois.
Okay, but, so what has changed, my good sir? What has made
what has changed?
Bobby Tunde Ajayi.
What has changed? Let me pronounce it properly. What has changed? Let me tell you what has changed.
What has made the son of Daniel change his mind?
Listen, what has changed, what has changed is I've actually had time to sit down and assess the two fighters. And I'm looking at experience, one, in the sense that Anthony Joshua will be going into his, I believe, his 13th world title. That's massive, Spence.
Tunde.
13, he's been in this position 13 times.
Yeah, but check this out. Anthony Joshua, has had more world title fights than you had in your unbeaten pro career. That's mad, isn't it?
It's incredible. And, sometimes because of we're looking at Anthony, fresh-faced, very articulate, very calm, most times. He does have he reserves the right. He reserves the right. Yeah, he reserves the right to lose it sometimes. We're only human being. But that experience factor plays heavily in Anthony Joshua's favor. Secondly, I hear all this talk about the sparring and stuff, but I'm racking my mind to see when AJ's really been. I mean, look, you know, we got put down in the Klitschko fight and he got put down in the Ruiz fight, but both times, well, certainly Klitschko, he got back up and dealt with Klitschko. Ruiz, he was standing on his feet. The point I'm saying, I've never seen any quit in AJ. He's a brother that is going out on his shield. And in terms of punching devastation, again, at certain levels, Spencer, this man that KO'd Klitschko, at certain levels, you have to say Anthony Joshua wins in every department. He wins in the skill department. I would have to say in the athleticism department as well.
But I don't know if you
agree or disagree with that.
No. Do you think he's Tunde? Do you think he's faster than Daniel Dubois?
Absolutely.
You think he's faster?
1,000,000%.
Okay.
1,000,000% skill set, speed set. I mean, again, you know, listen, I think about it sometimes, and I think people say all this about AJ, but it's not really warranted. I've been saying this for a year. It's not really warranted. You know, people,
what's not warranted?
He's chinny and stuff like that. But you need to show me it's boxing, Spence. 99% of boxers touch the floor. Yeah. So the chinny thing, I don't get it. Then one time it was he runs out of gas. But one thing I know is that with every criticism, AJ personally has worked on self-improvement. You're gonna mute, Spence. You're gonna mute.
I know. I'm just saying my son. He's there. He's talking to his mom. He talks like my boy's house. He talks louder.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. He has worked on self-improvement, and I feel that the Anthony Joshua that we're seeing now is gonna be a bit too much of a handful for Daniel. Where it favors Daniel, obviously, is youth. Yeah, it's the tenacity to get punched and keep coming forward. The problem is, and it's a big problem, if Big Baby Miller is hitting you flush, if Herkovic is just throwing a right hand with his eyes closed and tagging you, can he take that same thing against AJ?
Tunde, number one, yeah. Our stocks, big up yourself. He's saying big up Tunde and Spencer and the chat fam. Let's get these likes up.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Listen, listen, Tunde. Shut your eyes. You know what I mean? You close your eyes and you do this, right? You close your eyes and you do this, right? I guarantee you hit Daniel Dubois. Right?
That's a bit strong, mate.
No, it's the truth. The man was eating right hands like how I eat yum yums. You know, yum yums are delicious. Throw them in the microwave for 10 seconds, right? That's how we eat. And that's against Hergovic, right? Hergovic is a noted puncher, right? Not to the extremities of an Anthony Joshua. Now, I'm going to be real with you guys. Do not be surprised. Yeah? Do not be surprised if this fight doesn't go just like the Francis and Ngannou fight.
Yeah. No, I can see that. And 419, Ethan APC, Mr. 419 himself, it's not about keeping the same energy. Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. All this, you know, when I hate brothers chat about this, keep the same energy. No, what you're saying is that I don't have the right to change what I've said.
1 second, Tunde, and I'll say this. The great Muhammad Ali said, the man that doesn't change his mind never had the mind to change.
Come on. Big up Muhammad Ali for that statement there.
Right.
I need to put that as a heading on my Insta or my X.
Right.
Repeat that again, Spence. Repeat that again. Repeat that again, please.
I'll play this again. The great Muhammad Ali said that the man that doesn't change his mind never had the mind to change in the first place.
There you go. There you go. I'm allowed.
Right. You know what is, like I said to you already, yeah? I'm dealing with the professionalism of that corner. Right? Man's answer will be like, is Daniel Dubois autistic? Right?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to say the majority of the people that walk this planet Earth actually has a form of autism. Some people have it higher than other people, right? Everybody knows I'm autistic, right? I've been diagnosed with autism, and hence why my recollection for fight dates and and all the rest of it, like, right? It's actually because I've got a strand of autism, right? Some people have it greater than other people. I know some people have it really dramatically. I would say how Daniel Dubois has been raised, and Tunde can pay testament to it, has not helped his social capabilities, because everything has been boxing with him. He hasn't been a socialite. It's been get up in the morning, training, and like I said, Daniel Dubois' dad, Stanley.
Sorry, so just come to my mind. You don't mean I interrupt. So that's one of the things that's not good to me. I like to interrupt, but I find it quite funny. We have to talk about when my boy went, no.
Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
No. Bro, watch the video. It's the tones. It was the different tones the way he said, nah. I'm not having that. Nah. Bro,
and signs like this is why we need money. This is why we need money, so you can just put up that clip. You know what I mean?
But nah. It was like a melody, fam. But no. I was like, what is someone trying to banter man or something? Are they trying to make me laugh on this interview? Miss Levy said she was hollering. Bro. Smith, I had to rewind the YouTube about bro. I've watched that interview so many times, because if you are feeling sad and blue, you need to watch that little clip where Daniel says, nah. And the way he says, who do you think you are?
Yeah, I mean.
He said, you can't intimidate me. Who do you think you are? Bro, I thought I was in a pub down Wolf Road.
bro. You remember the pub? Remember the pub on the Wolf Road, which was was right next to the McDonald's. Remember that pub?
yeah, remember that pub?
That was a serious pub, you know.
You can't intimidate me, bro. Who do you think you are? I know that is the result of being locked in your yard 24/7 and not being allowed to socialize. Right. Going back to your point, Spencer.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying. So his social skills ain't been all that. So but he's actually kind of now coming out of himself a little piece.
Yeah, because he's got a gal. He's got a gal. I told you. Sorry for those. I'm going back into certain talks. He now has a female partner, and
Tunde.
That female partner has given him life beyond measure.
Tunde.
To the point, he's telling Big Anthony Joshua, "Who do you think you are?" I tell you, see, women here. Women have some different kind of energy and powers. They just can change a man in the twinkle of an eye.
Yeah, they can. And they can also mash up a man in the twinkle of an eye as well.
yeah, you better get your rest, Daniel. Because, bro, I'm telling you, I see the look in AJ's face. AJ, the look that AJ got, when AJ kind of looked at him, and he's like, cool. You're trying to mash up my sponsorship money. So you're trying to mash up my sponsorship money because I'll take this table and snap it in your head, fam. AJ is on smoke. No. Bro, I'm telling you, Leah, it's changed him. It's changed Daniel. But guess what? It's brought out Femi. And I'm telling you, Femi is about his business. Femi is about, and I'm be honest with you, Spence, this could be brutal.
Tunde, I'm telling you now, right? Who's the South African brother that we had on that dropped him? Remember the South African brother?
Yeah.
You was ringside for that, right?
Yeah, I was ringside for that. Yeah.
Lorena, what his name is, yeah.
Yeah, Lorena.
Right, but man saying that Lorena can really punch, right? But I'm telling you, Lorena can't punch that Anthony Joshua.
No, bro. I've said this time. Joe Dre said it. But what I'm telling you, Spence, this is where I'm not saying it's a 50-50 fight. I'm saying it's more 70-30, 80-20. Yeah, because Daniel's got an engine, and it will be interesting to see.
He does have an engine.
It will be interesting to see how AJ deals with the pressure.
Okay.
How he's gonna cope if the fight does go past 4 rounds.
Okay.
And you got this robot of a fighter in Daniel Dubois continuing to stay on your chest. The thing is, I've never really seen people fight AJ like that. And it's because they know you can't just run in on AJ like that. Yeah, without taking some medicine. So it's like, it is a very, very intriguing fight, Spence. I would love to hear some expert opinion on the fight from guests if we could get any on. But for me, again, as it stands, 29th of June, currently 8:28 p.m. I'm saying AJ smokes my man, smokes him like a Rizzler. Spence, your opinion and assessment on the fight.
My opinion and my assessment is this. Boxing King Media asked Don Charles about the excessive amount of times that Daniel Dubois was getting hit with the right hand, to which Don Charles alluded to, and his reply was not alluded to. His reply.
Oh, sugar. Sorry. Air Max 90. It's the 30th of June. That's the little. I done that purposely. I'm a fraudster. I'm Nigerian.
Right.
So I can't get it, but thank you for the correction, Air Max 90 King. Right. It is the 30th of June.
Yeah, big up myself, Reds. So he goes, that was a decoy.
Decoy?
Are you listening to me? That's why I know Don Charles was terrible at fraud. He said
he's not a fraudster.
He's not a fraudster.
This is boxing, this is fighting, and I'm sure someone's game
saying that, those right hands was a decoy. That's what Don Charles said. Right? Now, this is what I'm saying. right? If that was a decoy, I said Don Charles, and I said in an interview, I said Don Charles chat shit, right? And you heard me. I said Don Charles chat shit. How the hell is that a decoy? A man's getting clapped with right, and that's a decoy. How is that a decoy?
No, Don was on banner.
On Boxing King Media's video that we done, he said
Don was messing about, but Don was messing about. He was banner.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Because Don couldn't. Don in his great repertoire couldn't find the correct wording to put in there. Let us be real, and I want you to realize this part here. Let us be real. You cannot be eating right hands from Big Baby Miller, right? Who ain't nobody when you think about it, right? He's not. Who's Big Baby Miller beat?
Spence, can I ask you a question? Yeah. What if Daniel can take AJ's punches?
What if he can take them?
Yeah.
Then if he can take AJ's punches, right, and he shows with that work rate, yeah, then he will have a chance in this fight, right? But I'm not even looking at that, because what I do realize is that Daniel Dubois looks very awkward in boxing, and whereas I know that Anthony Joshua especially would serve Anthony Joshua really well in hindsight, which is really well, right? Is the fact that Anthony Joshua, when he fought Franklin, yes, had a box. I thought it was a lackluster performance. I remember going on record saying prior to the fight, if Anthony Joshua don't knock out this brother in 6 rounds, then he should retire. Everybody was on me. All the little groupies of Anthony Joshua, and I'm glad that, because I saw Anthony Joshua the other day. I was in the gym with him, and we had a good chat. And I said, a lot of the little idiot man would say, "Oh yeah, Spencer must be hating on you or blah." I said, okay then, the Anthony Joshua that just fought Ngannou would knock out Franklin in under 3 rounds, as far as I'm concerned. Right?
Okay.
Right. So he said, yeah, for real. He laughed. He knows. So when people are talking all of this rubbish about, well, first time put up here, ABs, I said, Spence, did you see Derek Chisora in Daniel in the last 2 rounds of his last fight? No, I didn't see Derek Chisora there. And also, like Ace One saying, like, this could be like Bruno Lewis type of fight, and I can't see this being a Bruno Lewis type of fight. People seem to forget.
That's a good shot, you know, Spence. That's a good shot, you know.
I hear that, but I can't see this being like a Bruno Lewis. And the reason why I can't see this being like a Bruno, but you know what, you could be right. But the reason why, right? One thing about Frank Bruno, he had a terrific chin. You know that?
Yeah, for sure. Right? That guy, you needed hammer, tongue, everything.
Right. He had I want man to just realize this part here. He had a terrific chin. Bruno would.
But hasn't Daniel got a chin though?
Yeah, I think he has got a chin, Tunde. Yeah, but what his eyes swell up quickly. You know that.
Yeah. This is gonna be. This is an intriguing fact. It's a very, very intriguing fact.
You know what? I'm gonna know like closer to the fight. When the fight gets closer, you're gonna know when you're around, man. You're gonna feel the energies, yeah. But right now, the energies that I'm feeling is that Anthony Joshua is gonna do my man terrible, right? Because there's nothing that Daniel Dubois has done to equip him for this fight.
Yeah.
Go on. Go. And you know the thing is this. It's like
Spence. You know what? I mean, I have already said that I'm going with AJ by devastation, which is a U-turn to what I said post-fight of the Hrgovic fight. But we have to remember, and we cannot forget that Daniel, at the age of 26, has already fought for 3 belts. He's been in there with Joyce. Wait. He's been in there with Joyce. He's come back from adversity. He's taken an unbeaten record of Herkovich, regardless of whether Herkovich could punch or not. I've heard so many people prior to that fight rubbishing Daniel.
Well, I wasn't one of them.
Yeah, you wasn't one of them, but there were so many people rubbishing Daniel, saying, he was going to lose easy, he was going to get stopped. A certain man's name who I'd already brushed last week was on seconds out, saying he ain't got no chance. Yeah, so Daniel has proven that he's a man, and that's what I'm trying to say. It's like you've got a human against a machine. The machine being Daniel Dubois, the robot being Daniel Dubois. And with that youth, that just hearing his dad in his ear, I'm not counting him out. I'm not changing my 80-20, but I'm saying Daniel, because let me tell you something. When you're a robot, you have no feelings, bro. You don't see the Wizard of Oz in the Tin Man. The Tin Man ain't got no heart and no brain. He's just moving. Daniel is moving like that. He's moving like the Wizard of Oz. He's moving like you tell him. When I know his dad. When his dad's like, you effing God, effing dude, effing, bro. Daniel switches it on. Daniel is hearing his dad's ears. And that, Spence, I'm saying it, that could be very, very instrumental. That could be very, very instrumental in this fight. I'm just putting it out there. His dad is in the corner. All right, cool.
All right. But Tony, I want you to listen good to me, yeah? When Frank Bruno fought Lennox Lewis in Cardiff, right? What was that? It was 93. That was October 93, that was, yeah?
Come on, the knowledge.
Yeah, come on. And Frank Bruno was beating Lennox Lewis to the jab. Frank Bruno.
Yeah. They worked on the jab for that fight.
And even worse, remember, like that fight was very divisional for Britain because a lot of us weren't accepting Lennox Lewis as a Brit, as a Brit, and like Frank Bruno was really pandering to the general the general population by saying, I remember Frank Bruno said, yeah, and imagine Lennox Lewis came over to me and tried to intimidate me, speaking in his Jamaican gunk and blah. Yeah, me. I said, "Rah, you getting up? Is that you're trying to divide up the man, yeah? Right?" And but now you look at it, it was very clever of Frank Bruno because it did really get underneath Lennox Lewis's skin simply because when he said, like Lennox said, "Oh, at least I'm not Uncle Tom." You mean you sell out? And then what happened? 3 days before the fight, Lennox Lewis gets a writ from Frank Bruno for defamation, a lawsuit for defamation of character.
Yes, sir.
Right? And then, so all of these kind of little things think, the liberty. And then he's seen all the public. Lennox is the same boy, but I was born there as well. Even though it was not my fault I went to Canada. But all of them kind of things weighed heavily on his head. So his game plan, and plus it was October, it was cold up in Cardiff. And the only reason why they had it up in Cardiff, because if they had it in London, and that was Frank Maloney, who's now Kelly Maloney, but that was Frank Maloney's idea to have it up there simply because the fan base in London would have been too much in favor of Frank Bruno, right? So he wanted to try and get in the favor. Remember that was for the WBC crown. It was his third defense of the title, So when they went into that fight, Frank Bruno, when Lennox Lewis was coming out to his Bob Marley, I remember seeing Frank Bruno in the ring skanking. Do you remember that? He started skank.
Yeah.
Frank Bruno started getting his yardiness in. The yardy man started coming out of Frank. And Frank started skanking, I said, waiting for a fight. But when you saw when he must have clapped Lennox Lewis over and right. Lennox Lewis done a funny shuffle when he went in to finish him, and Lennox Lewis flinged the left hook at him.
You see, when you're talking, you know me, I'm picturing fights, and overhand right is a good shot for Daniel, Overhand right is a good shot for Daniel.
Peter G, thank you for Pete G. Thank you very much for the £2. Tunde, where are the kitchen flowers, my friend?
You know what? People are so observant. I was a guest, honored guest at my brother Ahmed and his business partner's gym opening. When I came home, I was like, oh man, I gotta get I said, you know what? The people ain't gonna realize this is one session, 1 week without flowers. But people, I've seen quotes in it already. So yeah, my bad this week. Flowers will be back next week. But thank you for the £2 PG. Love, respect, manners. Anyway, carry on, Spence.
So what I'm saying is, when I saw all of them things they're going on, right? When I saw all them things going on with Lennox Lewis and Frank Bruno, it was more to do with that fight was really, really big.
How likely? How likely is
he's not?
Let me get the words out.
Forget about it.
Is there a shock in it? How likely is it that Daniel shocks everybody? I mean, I saw a comment by Lee. He said, if Fat Man Ruiz can beat AJ, then Daniel could do it. But then I have to say again, well, not now. Daniel's been in class in boxing, but there ain't no such thing. I see someone said it was a lucky punch. There's no such thing as a lucky punch. Lucky punches always favors the prepared. And I think from what I understand, there were things going on with AJ in the run-up to that fight, to the point that his father didn't want him to fight. I remember you telling me that was something, Spence.
Yeah. And that's why the dad went to Brock up.
No excuses. Ruiz beat him. But you're adamant that Daniel has no chance in this fight.
Totally. Everybody's got a chance because of professional boxing. It's a 2-horse race. Anything can happen.
Yes.
Right? And that's why we have upsets in the game, and that's why record books get changed, and that's why, so, the old adage, he who thinks he can and he who thinks he can't, they're both right. I'm right for my observant knowledge of this game, number one. And I'm saying that you got that little pad man who just come in the boxing last week, yeah? Boxing with the British title, who's working with you, right? Them kind
big
of
up Fearon, guy.
I am picking them up. But those pads are not business, what anyone's saying. Those pads ain't for heavyweights. Right?
I disagree, Spence. I've always said.
I know you will disagree, but I'm not listening to what I'm saying to you. I didn't say your pads. I'm saying those pads.
Yeah.
Right. Those pads ain't for heavyweight, man. Right? I want man to realize this part here, simply because. What was that? What's this? AB says, Spence, why was the fight accepted by Daniel's team? Don't you think it's too soon for him? Too soon for Daniel? Listen to what I'm saying to you, AB. The reason why the fight was accepted, I'm just telling you this, is because the dad's obsession with wealth. Okay? Right? And the dad was always saying, yeah, we're going to get an AJ fight. And he's had this obscene amount of money in his head to think what his son's worth. Right? Now, let's be real. Daniel Dubois has been managed exceptionally well. Daniel Dubois has earned big money by fighting bare idiot man. Right? You won the WBA regular title by beating that Bryant. Yeah, Tunde. I could beat Bryant. I'm 50 years old, bro.
Come on.
You know what I mean? In that dead Don King show where you never even got paid. Because Don King has done a little fast one. Well, you still owe me money, Frank. Yeah.
They might have to wait for their money as well.
Right, exactly. Right. So I'm just being real. And it's not me wanting to, because I've got to stop this. Because you know somebody, or because then it hinders you from being truthful. No, you can't do that no more. You know what I mean? You can't do that no more. You can't hinder yourself from the truth because the truth tastes bitter to a belly full of lies. And I'm telling you, my truth has to be, that is, I could be wrong, but that is my truth. And I tell anybody out there, go find a man who sat down and watched more boxing than me.
Well, you know me, but that's what I said. I know it hurt a lot of brothers when I said Daniel's going to knock out AJ. But I come back here today and tell you AJ's going to take out Dubois. And I know business who it hurts. I'm just telling you my feelings at that moment. This is boxing. This is not war. It is a war in some respects. But you've got to stand on what you're saying at that particular time. And if you change your mind, then you change it. It's boxing. Listen, it's an emotional sport. I remember Zab Judah saying that after he was knocked out by Costa Zoo and his actions thereafter. It's an emotional sport. So you can't cheat this thing. You can't please individuals when you're making an assessment. And I've never been one to sit on the fence. I'm telling you what I think. You know, and I've been in that position where it's my fight and then there's opinions from other people, but it's okay. Everyone has the right to an opinion. You just got to talk it how it is. And I'm saying AJ by devastating fashion.
I'm gonna tell you again, yeah? I'm gonna tell you again. You cannot eat right hand like that. Right? You can't. And then also again, right? Who did Big Baby Miller fight? Big Baby Miller ain't fought nobody. And then also, next thing, let's be real. Since Big Baby Miller come off of the drugs, Tunde, his performance is a bit, right? It's only because he made that video of him taking his shahada, for you don't know, him converting to Islam, right? Or revert into Islam. Him convert to Islam was like a touching kind of thing to Turkey al-Sheikh, because Turkey al-Sheikh was saying, and one thing I have to big up his excellently Turkey al-Sheikh, because he's fair. Why? Because he say, "Raw, Big Baby, you fought your heart out against Nayu Dubois. It's a good fight. You come second best, but you come into my country. You've embraced Islam, right? And then also that little short teething man robbed money from you. You Tunde had to bad up, right? Remember, he robbed my man. It's documented. But that's what most of them man do. They get an X amount of money. They say, well, we're only paying you this, and I'm going to take my percentage. And that's what he did. That's what he did to Big Baby. It's documented now. So I'm not talking crap. That's what Salita did to Big Baby Miller. And because of that, Turkey al-Sheikh said, don't worry. You know what I mean? I'm going to get your next fight. And now he's got the Andy Ruiz fight. Right? So he can chop a P. So since Big Baby Miller come for the drugs, he ain't fighting with no engine no more. Right? He just thought, well, Daniel the boy ain't nothing, so I'll deal with you and blah, blah, blah. And you're excited because you're a very, very enigmatic talker. Right? But that talking don't win fights. Fighting wins fights.
It's a good fight, man.
Right.
Because you know why it's a good fight? And Michael Thompson has made such a great point. He says it's such a good fight, though, because both are on positive runs of form and vulnerable big punchers. But I don't actually see AJ as a vulnerable big puncher. I see Daniel as a vulnerable big puncher. I don't see AJ. See, let me tell you something, Sid. Let me tell you something. That's what my Nigerian brother said. Why do Nigerians always say, see, let me tell you something? See, let me tell you something. That's the Igbos, by the way. That's not the Yorubas. The Igbos say, see, let me tell you something. Yeah. I don't see that in AJ. And a lot of things that has been put out there about Anthony Joshua has never been proven. It's all talk. And that's why the king's crown is heavy. He is able to take this and just put his trust in himself, in God, and move on with it. But it's a lot of negativity that has been dished out on AJ, you know, and anyone going into the ring thinking it's true. We already see, remember that the American Southpaw come and chat about I walk the earth like a god, and all this talk all about AJ's chinny, and Garnu fell into the trap, but man saying, no, you're chinny, about you saying I'm chinny. And I love the way, and I've always said it. JD Dyer has always backed me as well. I've said this criticism of Anthony Joshua is unjustified. It's unjust, and because it's not real. It's not real. How is he a vulnerable puncher? He's going in to take man out. So when you're going in to take man out, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, Spencer. You're taking, and remember, knockouts come from the intention. That's where power is coming from. It's the intention to. If you're throwing a punch and you're already coming back, you know them punches there. When you throw them and then your body and your hand is going back, you're like, no, don't hit me. AJ's not on the don't hit me punches. But having said that, Daniel is on the don't hit me punches as well. Daniel's not on that. Daniel's not on that. Daniel is definitely looking to kaboom you. He's looking to kaboom you. But this is a great fight. I'm not going to call AJ vulnerable. I'm going to continue to talk. PG, thank you for the £2. He says AJ versus a prime Larry Holmes. Me personally, I never like to put fighters of different generations against one another because it's a different generation. Spence, what do you think?
What? Larry Holmes would broke up AJ. And that's that.
Bro, this is the Spencer. This is Spencer. When you talk about the vets of the game, Spencer will give you the rules in it.
No, you can't say that. Listen to me.
You can't say that. You can't say
all
that.
Right, Tunde, you say I can't say that and I just did.
You did say.
How does that make any sense?
He did say.
Let me tell you.
Anyway.
Larry, listen. Let me tell you this now. Larry Holmes, and this is not me dissing AJ, because generally, like Lennox said, man's just good for their generation. Let's just class it as their generation. The reason why I got so much respect for Lennox Lewis is because certain times I watch Lennox Lewis, I say, right, you are actually the greatest heavyweight of all time. But then how do we quantify greatness? You know what I mean? Because when we look at it in its truth, in its actual truth, you know what I mean? Joe Lewis was world champion for 11 years, and I think 11 years and 200 and something days. That's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? That is ridiculous. So if we go era for era, who had the greatest era? Right? I'm just saying, like, Larry Holmes is immensely underrated, right? Larry Holmes is immensely underrated, and Larry Holmes technically, him versus Andy Joshua, he'd smash Andy Joshua. Him versus him. And that's not he was jab out Anthony. I'm telling you, Larry Holmes' jab was serious.
Well,
that man was
educated. You don't know when pounded yam is when you're faced with pounded yam, it's a different proposition.
Tunde, everyone's going on about Usyk's IQ and how Usyk is so clever and Usyk is like Larry Holmes weren't clever. Stop it, man. Seriously, stop it. Stop it.
Yes,
that's not me. And like I'm saying, that's not me having no slant on Anthony Joshua. Before all these little idiot man who run around Anthony Joshua's little bag carrying man say, "Yeah, Silk Spencer's hating on you now." Shut up, you idiots. I'm just telling you, because none of you, man, I don't care how much man you got in your camp, can dream of testing me when it comes to boxing history. I'll tell you that now straight for nothing. And I'm just saying, the Larry Holmes that I know, especially the Larry Holmes of 1978, when he fought Ken Norton, I'm sorry, you lot couldn't live with that man there. Tyson Fury couldn't live with that man. Man was looking on, man, all these, see, you know why, how certain things have been dispelled? It's been dispelled since Tyson Fury got beat by Alexander Usyk. You know what I mean? A man who was only 220 pounds. A man that was like Ali's fighting weight at the tail end of Ali's career. Right? That puts it in perspective for me. My man thinking, oh, my ass is just so big and blah. No, it is not the fact of whether you're big enough. It is whether you are good enough. And if you're good enough, and you're mentally good enough as well. You're mentally
there you
tough.
Go. That's the word.
Right?
That is the word.
You're going to go win them fights. Larry Holmes was a mentally tough man. You don't believe me? Go and watch his 1978 fight against Ernie Shavers. When Ernie Shavers clapped him with the overhand right. It was like a man got shot with an elephant gun Tarate that we went down.
Come on.
Right. And the man still got up. All right then. So don't go watch Larry Holmes 1981 when Mike Weaver clapped him and his legs just dip, and the man just got up. Go watch him when Ronaldo snipes with his little tricky self, just roll him up, wind out in 83, boom, lick him, he drop down. Go watch Larry Holmes. Furthermore, go watch Larry Holmes versus Terrible Tim Witherspoon in 1983. Yeah, when Terrible Tim Witherspoon was doing some bare little science moves on him. Why did they know the science moves? Because in those days, heavyweight fighters would study and they'll learn from great men of learning. Now things are a man can take 2 weeks trying to work out some little pad drills, write out some things, and then slide into man's DM and talking about, let me come, I can do some pads with you. Like, I just pay £50 and then man will try to come in there. And think, I know these little tricks. It's me you're talking to. You know what I mean?
Come on. Our past fashion said, y'all better leave Spencer and his extensive knowledge. The man can date and time any fight in history. Plus outstanding moments by rounds at any given day.
Any given day. Right? Fashion. Now, I want these people to realize that this is not done by me running on to no box rate. I ain't got my computer up. Oh, let me check this. Listen, I'm just spurting of what I know. Right? Teachers teach. When I'm looking on boxing right now, man will teach from limited knowledge. And you know how I know you're teaching from limited knowledge? Because I want to know then who was your teacher. Go look. When I look at these man, one of the things I'm saying, well, who was your teacher? Who was your teacher? You know what I mean? And man, I should go sit down and go, Tunde's in great company right now. Reason why? Because I talk to this brother every day. So what I have up in my head is passed on to him, and he can utilize that and combine that, right? Combine that with the crazy science stuff that he knows. There's a big difference. But man, try to come in there. I see man in this boxing thing right now. You got me starting now. I didn't want to go start, but you got me starting now.
Come on, do the thing.
No, serious. Certain man in boxing right now stealing a living. You know what I mean? Certain men in boxing are stealing a living. There are so many con artists in this thing. And the reason why the con artists get perpetuated so much, right? Or why they get the applause so much is because when they come into the game, they will talk. I've noticed that these con artists are really good because the con artists speak with so much passion and authority that you think, right, they must know something because they're talking with so much passion and authority. But what I realize is that same passion and authority, when I walk into the room, it's fingers on lips time. They might start getting quiet. You know what I mean? I even speak to last night, I ain't even calling no names, but I see certain man that's working in the game. As soon as I come in, they might start getting quiet. I'm saying, right, what are you getting quiet for? Isn't this the time where you should be talking or you should be teaching? There is no bigger compliment when I bust a bar like I did last night, and Dave Cole said, "Right, I like that one there." I'm seeing Peter Fury turn around. And say to me, "Do you know what? I like that one there, you know? I like that." I said, "You can use that, make me your bar, no problem." He said, "Well, that's good because I'm going to use it." All right.
Yeah. The man's telling you straight he's gonna steal your bars.
Yeah. But it's cool.
Moving down, a very underwhelming undercard, if you ask me. Because most of those fights were made the night before. And it's just a money grab. It's a money grab. But one thing before we go on to that, last week, Sunday, I told man live on the air, Tyler Denny, you are the man now. We need peace. I said it. We need peace. Lo and behold, within 24, 48 hours, he is getting the highest money of his career. It's a life-changing purse. I know exactly how much, which is even more of a disrespect when man try to offer us certain money for certain fights. Yeah, but we don't go too much into that.
Let's not even talk about
the money what Tyler Denny is getting is more than well deserved. I said it on the show last week. I messaged him privately. I said, bro, you know, you got 4 kids there, 4 beautiful kids. You done it the hard way. You spoke about only being given £2,000 for your English 10-round title fight against Linus. And now you've won. It's a big step up. I know you may not see it as a big step up, but it is a big step up. A lot of people are which is something that you become used to, are going to doubt that you have a chance of winning. But most importantly is that you have epitomized what it means to work hard and get a reward at the end of it. Tyler Denny, well done to you. Gonna be backing you, supporting you, even though Hamza's my man. So I ain't even backing no one in that fight. That's gonna be one of the first fights I'm not backing no man, because one man has changed his life and the other man is just a good guy. Shiraz family, the dad, Hamza himself. Everyone in that particular fight has won, Spencer. So big up Tyler Denny. Liam Smith is up. Liam Smith is up against Josh Kelly. But Liam Smith looked like he's been drinking bare drink. Liam's like, bro, cool. I'm there chilling. You might have offering me this money. I'm taking that. But that's not an easy fight for Josh Kelly, you know.
You know what is this, yeah? I'm going to keep this thing 100. Anyway, before we even go, like, what's that? ND, yeah? He's on it. He says, which year did ND, some guy on there?
ND, let me look for it.
Yeah.
I can't see.
It's at 8:59. 8:59.
8:59.
Yep.
Okay. Neil Simpson. I wonder if this is 8:59. All right, that's 8:58. Okay, 8 ND Spence. Which year did Pac-Man fight, bro? But you're going back into, bro. We're not talking about that now, man. We're talking about.
Wait there. The only reason, because it does relate to this thing, yeah. No, what you can see T for, right? It's Margarito.
We're talking about, you guys chat about Pac-Man and Margarito, little teeth in Margarito, but we don't care about Margarito. We're talking about this. We're talking about now. Answer that question next time, man.
The reason why, because it was the same weekend when we had two other British guys fight for the heavyweight championship. Right? Okay. That was the same weekend when Audley Harrison got punched up by David Hay.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine.
Thank you.
Anyway,
so I think it was just because Andy just wanted to let the people know that you're very knowledgeable in this thing. But anyway, we're going back to the undercard. Tyler Denny's fighting Hamza Shiraz. Talk about the Liam Smith versus Josh Kelly and what are the chances for both fighters. I mean, Josh Kelly has been spoken about as a star for the last 15 years, and I don't see no star yet. But is this his opportunity to really make a name for himself? I don't know if it is, Spence. I don't know if it is. Liam Smith is as tough. He's actually, out of all the Smith brothers, he's the one that I respect the most.
Liam Smith's a cool brother. I'm gonna be real. Liam Smith's a cool brother, but I'm gonna be real, yeah. Sparring is sparring. But I believe right now, I think that the weight's gonna shoot Josh Kelly because
moving up because it's at 160 or something.
Yeah, run 160, right? I think the weight's gonna shoot Josh Kelly, and he's an older guy now, so I can't see, and he's not a concussive puncher, he's a hurtful puncher, right?
Yeah,
I just think it's the right time. You don't want a speedster and I've seen Josh Kelly's train as well. Him and Adam Booth, yeah, they work on speed. And I think him being up now at 160 is going to suit him, because I seen him the other day at the presser when I was down there. I couldn't believe the size of him. He's big.
That's bare drink. You know, these scouts, man, don't play.
He's not a scout. I'm talking about Josh Kelly, not my man.
Oh, you're talking about Josh Kelly. Okay.
Yeah, Josh Kelly's big. He's big, ton. So, probably right. So I'm saying to you, because of that, I just believe. Like it's one man at a tail of his career, one man that's fluctuating with his talent that he's got. Then I'm gonna go for the younger guy. I don't think that. And I'm also gonna tell you, Josh Kelly's faster than Chris Eubank Jr. Josh Kelly is faster than Chris Eubank Jr.
On the pad, Spence.
Yeah, on the pad. Yeah,
on the pads, not in a fight, Spence. I don't care what you tell me.
Okay,
he has not showed me anywhere in a fight where he comes close to Chris Eubanks Jr. But when you're hitting pads, yeah, but you have to be able to translate that into a fight, and only a few can do that. Only a few can do that.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Only a few can do that. So I ain't seen that to say he's fast. And Chris Eubanks is, bro. Chris Eubanks will piece you up. Chris Eubanks will piece you up if you're not ready. So I ain't seen that. I've seen a lot of posturing and a little walking around, and I've seen all that, but I ain't seen no thing on it. Bro, you understand? Nah, I'm not having that. He ain't fast like Chris Eubanks. Chris Eubanks Jr. is fast, and he does it in the fight.
He does.
What other fight? So we got Liam Smith, Josh Kelly, Josh Warrington versus, and this is how I know these men are different, you know, because you always used to say to me, you can't fight a man coming off a loss. Yeah, TV having that. Hold on, Josh Warrington has lost 2 fights on the trot, and he's got a world title fight. So again, making up the rules as you go along. And I don't begrudge Josh Warrington. He's there sitting down thinking, what? An opportunity to win another belt or win a belt at a higher weight class, and you're paying me the check straight on the train to London. Bro, straight on the train to London, do the press conference, boom, we're ready to go. And don't underestimate Josh Warrington, because he's one of them man that will have it. He'll have it. And who knows? You know, the rest, the new weight class, Kakashi has proven he's about his business, consummate professional. And although some people are rubbish in a fight, I'm looking forward to that fight as well. Kakashi really getting what he's, you know, evidently and apparently worked hard for his whole career. You know, all of a sudden, he's got in there, he's beaten Joe Cordina, and now he's getting a chance to dethrone another ex-champion. And fair play to Kakashi, and I wish him all the best, as I do Josh Warrington. Another good fight. Way down on the card, Spencer, we have Joshua Buatsi versus Willie Hutchinson. Give me your thoughts. From now
on, Joshua Buatsi is called the Croydon Strangler. He said strangler.
Bro, but that thing looked too... Bro, that thing looked... No. I'm going to be honest with you, as I always am. That looked orchestrated. I know it wasn't. It probably wasn't. It wasn't. But
it wasn't orchestrated.
That's not how you grip man. You don't grip man like that. Your gripping man is on you're giving him a chance. Because the grip was so slow, it was like... And I'm like, bro, if a man try to grip me that slow, you're getting a 3-piece chicken and chips in your face before your hand even comes there. Yeah? That grab weren't good. That grab, Josh, we need to work on that grab.
End of the day, son. Joshua Buatsi.
Uncle Rucker said it wasn't a confident shot. Trust me. It was like a private school strangle, you know. It was like a strangle that Dev.
So
listen,
this
is why I'm saying it. It was like a strangle that Dev Sani would give. You know Dev Sani, the commentator. Dev would give that kind of strangle. That's the kind of strangle I expect from Dev, not from a fighter. You're not supposed to strangle man like that. It's an African strangle as well, but the strangle wasn't confident. It wasn't good enough, Spence. I'm not having that.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Well, we
man said it was a grab. I'm not effing up my money grab.
Yeah, it was because the end of the day is this, yeah. I still like the fact that he went at him. I do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because the argument was deeper than what we caught on camera. Because I know a couple man who was there, and I know what Joshua was on, and he was about to smoke, and then he kind of calmed down because he was kind of like, "Rah, why should I?" You know what I mean? he professes that he is a devout Christian, and he's thinking, well, this is not Christian-like behavior. And you know what he's like?
Who wins the fight?
I went for Craig Richards to beat Issue, and he came up second best, right? He's obviously hits harder than what we.
Man said it was a vegan neck grab. Anyway, sorry, Spencer. You're trying to be serious. You don't be always joking.
I'm gonna get some water. But yeah, there's certain man on the inside who are adamant that Willie Hutchinson is gonna win this fight. You know,
God forbid.
Adamant, Tunde.
God forbid. God forbid. He's not winning that fight.
Willie Hutchinson wins by decision. I'm saying they were adamant that he's going to win this fight. But in all honesty, I believe that Joshua Buatsi wins this fight on points, but it's only close. It's kind of like a 116, 114 kind of thing. That's what I believe.
No, Spencer.
What?
Let me tell you something. He has to win this fight.
No,
I'm going to be putting
your personal desires.
I'm going to be putting all prayer for him to win this fight. But if he can't brack up this youth, yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. I'm not fooling. You can't get, bro. Joshua Buatsi was going there and brack up this youth. Yeah, you're an Olympian. You're unbeaten pro. If you can't beat this guy here, yeah, you can't come and even think of coming to Anthony Yarde. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So I'm putting my prayers, yeah, because you were supposed to fight us anyway, yeah. But I'm not gonna begrudge your man. You know, you're getting a payday, and the way you're looking at it is a payday. You've said it. You said it on publicly, not me. I'm not telling you nothing. You said it. You said it. I never said it. So I'm saying for that reason alone, I get it. I get it. You're like, well, what, a man's offering me this to fight this you? I'm taking that because, you know, I can still go back and have the fight that the whole of the country wants to see. But I'm saying, yeah, if you cannot beat this you here, yeah, who don't deserve to be in this position. He don't deserve to be. He has been installed in a mandatory position.
Tunde, he does deserve to be in this position. That's why Why?
He ain't earned it. He ain't earned it. And I'm saying anyway, Spence, we don't want to. And then
he beat Craig Richards.
And then that puts you straight in the WBO top. So where was Richards? Where was Richards?
You're right. I'm not talking about.
Thank you very much.
I'm not talking about the accolades that are coming with it. I'm talking about being in this fight because he took Craig Richards out in Riyadh and he beat Craig Richards convincingly too. When no split and we thought he beat him convincingly, right? And I begrudgingly said I wanted Craig to win that fight. Then he goes on from there, right? And they're thinking, well, what fight is there for me now?
Bro.
Yeah, I want the Buatsi fight.
Lilanti, please. This is why I don't talk on this subject and I haven't spoken this subject. I'm going to block you before I tell you, yeah? I'm going to block you before I tell you. Please do not talk about, well, you won't have the opportunity to talk about something that you don't know. Don't sit here and tell me about business. You don't tell me about business. Talk about what you've heard. Don't tell me about business. Yeah. And if you were not a bot or someone who's just a silly person, you would hear the words Buatsi said in his interview. No one ain't holding up nothing. Man's ready. So please, you're talking nonsense. And for that reason, you know where it goes. It's straight blockage. You're gone. You're gone. Anyway, and I'm not. How can you sound disrespecting? I just told you what he's supposed to look at his brother. I don't care what the industry's saying. Boatsy is a what do you say? Ban user and delete their comments. Yeah, you're blocked. See you later. Yeah, Boatsy is supposed to go in there and knock out this brother. That's what I'm praying for. I'm praying for him to do that. So please, JB, go out there, do the business. Because I'm saying they've orchestrated this guy in this position, and he ain't supposed to be there. And he's not good. He's not, no, let me say that. He's not that he's not good. His levels in the sport. The fight cannot go to points. If it goes to points, you're gonna lose. If it goes to points, you're gonna lose. I'm telling you. You just go in there, eat some kenke before the fight, power up, and just do the business. And then we just move on to the next one. But I don't want to be hearing nothing about Hutchison is beating JB. Nah. He ain't beating JB. And
why is he not beating him? Why is he not beating him?
He's not beating him. It's class. It's class. It's the class.
Okay.
It's the class. And if you want me to give a more detailed reason, it's the mentality. If Craig, I don't know, I don't want to say nothing about Craig, but you saw Craig was getting a better. My man was hanging on for dear life from the 6th round. It was, bro, this brother. That's what I'm saying. Brothers are not listening to what I'm saying. And we know Eka and APP Bishop, we know we just blocked him because I'm here backing JB for this fight. So nobody's coming with no bad energy. But I'm saying that if you go and watch the Craig Richardson fight, Spence, yeah, Craig was getting on top towards the end.
Well, you know what? I'm going to go back and watch that fight.
Go and watch the fight. And if you got the eye, you can see, yeah. If you got the eye, you can see that it's just that Craig had the wrong game plan for the fight. I think maybe Craig listened to what everyone was saying and that it's going to be an easy fight and everything like that. And I don't think he took him the way he's supposed to take him. He never took him the way he's supposed to. But I'm saying, based on statistics, levels, I'm saying JB's supposed to win this fight against Hutchison. Try to put this boy in with us. Hutchison, you see what we're at.
Anyway, Tun. Because we only got what we got.
Who else? What other fight? Serious question, and respectfully, it looks to all of us like Yarde is avoiding. Bro, Michael, and I know I'm gonna answer it because it's a respectful question. Spence. Wait, man. You know me, I'm a thinker. Yeah. When I'm blatting out, it's calculated. But I have to be very careful, Michael. I have to be very careful. But one thing I will say is I can tell you this factual. Anthony Yarde has never ducked anyone. Please remember, Michael Thompson, this is a business. And I think a lot of people on the fans' perspective forget that it's a business. Yeah? You don't just fight anyone. And if a fight is offered and it's a great fight, then both combatants deserve to get the correct money. That's all it is. It's not that they don't want to fight. It's not that anyone's avoiding. I don't think anyone could look at Ant and think that he's avoiding it. I don't think anyone can possibly look at JB and think JB's avoiding him. It's not like that. It's just the business side that has to be sorted out. And I think when that's sorted out,
no one's not pointing the finger at Watsy thinking that he's avoiding any fight.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying. I'm just speaking in general terms. Okay. But again, I shouldn't speak for him, but I can definitely speak for us. Anthony Yarde has gone on platforms and said, "Let's fight." So why would you go onto another platform and then not fight? Like, it don't make no sense. So that's how I was, and I love that, Michael. You come respectful, I come respectful. I agree with you, Tunde. That fight was more about Richards being extremely poor than Hutchison being very good. I'm telling you, Craig was supposed to deal with that. There was a question about when is Yarde fighting. It's coming. It's coming. We need to be active. Activity is the key while we're awaiting these big fights. which will come. It's just a stage of your, of a fighter's career. It's happened to the best of them. It's happened to Crawford. It's happened to Floyd. It's happened to Devin Haney. Bill Haney's spoken here. There's a period. You just got to ride the storm. But it all works itself out. And I feel that it's definitely going to work itself out eventually. So, yeah. But I'm not telling you the full thing. The full thing is for the press conference. Conferences. That's when you will really hear my mouth. And then I will start talking. Then, only then will I start talking. Pring pong, you are definitely Ghanaian. And you obviously don't know what I know. You got a picture of a duck, but you actually don't. Bro, you just try to answer these silly questions. Duck. Cool. Spence, what other fight? So we got Boatsy Hutchinson. You've said, did you say JB on points, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying JB stoppage. Warrington against Kakachi. What do you say, Spence?
Kakachi.
All right, cool. Hamza against Tyler.
Even though I would like Warrington to win, but Kakachi's the one with the momentum right now, so that's what I'm going
for. Hamza against Tyler Denny.
Tyler Denny's already won. He's getting what he's getting for the fight. He's already won. He's like he knows he's buying his house cash now. You get what I'm saying? Cash. And up where he lives, he can buy 10 houses. So he's good.
What's the other card? See the card, bro.
That's
Liam Smith, Josh Kelly.
Josh Kelly on points.
What else is there, Spence? See, I don't even remember. But the card.
That's it.
Okay. Craig S. Warren can have 100 yards over and over. Yard only has 1 yard. Moral of the story: don't blame Yards for looking out for himself rather than begging broadcasters for any crumbs they want to throw. There you go. And I wouldn't say the broadcasters, it's the promoters that are paying. What's the other factors there? So what you tell me? That's all it is. Daniel Dubois versus AJ, Josh Warren versus Kakachi, Liam Smith versus Josh Kelly, Joshua Boatsy versus Willie Hutchinson, Hamza Shiraz versus
what's that? I forgot his name, man. Who Turkey Al Shakes?
Mark Chamberlain.
That's it, Mark Chamberlain.
So that's 6. Yeah, Mark Chamberlain. Okay, well, we'll see. September's a long way away. It's not. It is, Spence.
We're in July tomorrow.
A lot can happen in 8 weeks, Spence. In boxing.
Yeah, but obviously. Yes. Big up Anton Allen. What you say, my bro?
Oh, for your information, my interview with Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois is on my channel. Both men seem game as AJ to me. Yep. Listen, go on and what's your channel? I didn't even know you had a channel, Anton. But head to Anton Allen's Mr. ITV, I call him Mr. ITV channel to see his interview with both Anthony. Put your channel up, the name Anton, and
we can post it out.
But yeah, listen. Overnight, Spence, there were a few fights in America. What a performance by the young man Bam Rodriguez. The youth can fight. This youth.
That's Floyd, isn't it?
Huh?
Is that the youth with Floyd?
No. That's
sorry, Bam Rodriguez. Gangster, man.
That from what I can see, he's going down as a Hall of Famer. He's going down as one of the greatest flyweight champions and superfly, because I think he broke up Sonny Edwards at superfly.
He broke up Sonny.
Yeah, and Sonny's not an easy man to break up because of his movements, his bag of tricks. But his performance yesterday was, I mean, he beat an all-time great, you know, and Estrada is no joke, Spence.
Listen,
Estrada is
one
no joke.
Estrada, he ain't no joke. One Estrada's been around the block. He can fight.
Trust me. And if you see the skill set, Spencer, of Bam, the skill set of this young man, Jesse Rodriguez, we call him Bam, nickname Bam, but the skill set of him, bear in mind, this youth is what, 24 years of age?
Yeah.
From San Antonio, Texas. He's now, you know, we took a fight on late notice, and he has just gone from strength to strength to strength. And he is one of the most composed young fighters in the game today. Has to go down. He has to be in the pound for pound list, Spence. I mean, there's so many, but you have to put him up there. You have to put him up there. It's just everything about him. His footwork. He does these angles. His left uppercut is something to behold. It's just different. He just got that. You know, you can see that he just loves the sport, and he's a student of the game. So, someone so young with that kind of vitality, I think it's going to be, you know, he's got a fantastic future ahead of him. So well done to Jesse Rodriguez last night, beating an all-time great in Jean Francisco Estrada. And the show goes on. Sonny Edwards, bro, his head got bust up last night. He got a little headbutt, and the blood. And what I've noticed with Sonny, he's starting to get cut regular, you know. His face is getting marked up, and you would think the way that he fights is supposed to be, you know, elusive. But I think when it gets close inside, that's where I think the problem is for Sonny. And obviously, the way Sonny Edwards' style forces guys to come in a particular way in terms of the aggressiveness and the rough stuff. And I don't, you know, and he's getting marked up bad. And that gash last night was horrendous, Spencer. It was horrendous. They had to stop the fight. Sonny, you know, still won on the scorecard.
I didn't watch none of last night's fight. I'm gonna catch up.
Sonny still won. He done his stuff, but he's. I mean, I think I don't know. I don't want to say that he's on the slide, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a win's a win.
I still think Sonny Edwards is good enough to win a version of the world title. But yeah, it could be because you see them lighter weights, son. You go quickly. You don't stick around for long.
Yeah. Master, the Mexican man then was booing. It was funny because Sonny said, "Look, bro, I'm a draw. Look at all the crowd." But in my head, I was thinking, the crowd's not for you, mate. The crowd is for Bam. It ain't for you, Sonny. But that's how delusional Sonny is, and he believes it. And if he believes it, that's all that matters. So, there, Teofimo Lopez, Spence. I just watched the fight 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes before we come on air, or more than 20 minutes because it went the distance. Terrible. Well, you know, the man was trying to do L. Yeah, he was trying to. I keep saying L. He was trying to do shoulder roll. Yeah, and the shoulder roll, it looked like forehead roll. It looked like forehead roll because the amount of claps, right hand that he was taking, jabs, both eyes swollen. Scorecards were wide, but it doesn't tell the full picture. The guy had 7 losses on his record. I see Shakur tweeted, "In my whole career, I ain't fighting a man with 7 losses." You get what I'm saying? It's like, but I wouldn't like to think what Shakur would have done with that guy last night, you know. But his performance was, and I don't know if it's delusion or what. Nah. He was doing a forehead roll. It wasn't a shoulder roll. It was a forehead roll because he got so many hits in his forehead. It was mad. The best thing about the fight was the Michael Jackson entrance. That was the best thing.
Yeah, I saw that on.
That was the best thing. But he just needs to fight. And you know what? Teo may be just one of these guys that when he gets a real challenge in front of him, he steps up. He was talking about, you know, I'm ready for 147, but I just don't see it. He can't be taking those kind of shots by a fully fledged welterweights. I think that's it, Spence. That is a roundup. Big up Izzy again for his show. And big up oh my goodness gracious me. Had a show in Brentwood. This is how I am. Had a show in Brentwood on Saturday night. Johnny Clark. Big up Johnny Clark. Top tier. Fantastic show there. Saturday night. Lily. Yeah, can't forget Lily. Lily Winch, professional debut. Moving swiftly. I like that, Lily. And although I know I still got to listen to her trainer, Mark Dennis's comment on my phone. I ain't forgot you, Mark. I'm going to listen to that.
Big up Mark Dennis, my guy.
Big up Mark Dennis. But you're in there now, Mark. You're there. You're pro. Lily, your journey with Lily has been one for all to see. And Lily, I don't care what anyone says. You don't see women, a lot of women, with that skill set. You know, having her first fight, let's bear in mind as well, again, as I said to her, I only had 10 fights, unlicensed, and a few amateur fights. So it was a great performance from Lily. And listen, 6-2s, 12 minutes, back in the gym on Monday. See you in the gym on Monday. I don't want to hear oh yeah, let me take a weekend free. Back in the gym on Monday, 12 minutes work. That's not even a full day's job. So Rama Ali, I didn't see her fight, but apparently she lost as well.
You lost, yeah?
Yeah, Ramala Ali, she lost.
She was doing some work with Larry Kandai, wasn't she?
I don't know, Spence. I don't really. I've never really followed her like that. I've never really followed her. But yeah, I heard she lost. I don't know. Maybe someone could tell us about the fight. I think next week. Is it next week? We got Johnny Fisher, Mr. Bosch himself.
It's a big boy fight. We have to do a watch along for that.
Yeah. But yeah, because Johnny and the dad, I'm giving their ratings. They're very, very, very nice, nice guys, man. Nice individuals.
If I don't go down, I might go down, but you know. Yeah.
Nah, but you ain't going down there, bro. We got to do the watch along. About you going down there. Fisher Babbitt, we're doing a watch along. Anyway, you can go down there. I'm gonna do the watch along. 1,000,000%. Because
I'm gonna stay.
When Johnny starts swinging, it's a madness, and when Babbitt starts swinging, it's a madness as well. But I just think Johnny's younger, fresher, heavy-handed Babbitt. Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, and a good fight for this stage of Johnny Fisher's career.
Well, let's put the fight in perspective, Tunde.
Yes.
That little fat man did broke up Babbage. And Lawrence Okoli told...
Stop calling people fat.
Is the man not fat?
Stop calling people fat.
Was the man not fat? Was the man not fat?
He was the WBC Bridgerweight champion. So that means you're discrediting Lawrence Okoli's win.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that Lawrence Okoli done what he's meant to do to that man.
To that fat man? You called him fat. I didn't call him fat.
No, right, to that fat man then. You know what I mean? Is the man not fat?
No, but he's a very accomplished amateur and everything, you know, that guy.
I know he is, but is he not fat?
I'm not saying those words. I don't like those words.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I have said it in the past, though.
He's a fat accomplished man, but he's fat all the same.
But anyway, I think Johnny Fisher is going to end that fight very quickly. That's my prediction for that fight. Did you know that Danny Jacobs is fighting Shane Mosley Jr.?
What?
Bro, mad thing. Danny Jacobs is fighting Shane Mosley Jr. Next week.
On what? On whose show?
It can't be on Shakur's show. Matchmaker Eric, promoter Solomon Angle. Okay, California State. Yeah, I don't know I've never heard of this guy. But also on the bill is Amanda Vargas, Nate Diaz. Bro, where did that come? Nate Diaz.
What man says a donkey?
Wow, Nate Diaz, the MMA man, is fighting on that show. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, Danny Jacobs, who is not even ranked by BoxRec. I don't even know the last time. The last fight Danny Jacobs had was in February 22 against John Ryder.
Sure.
Good luck. Yeah, but he's fighting Shane Mosley Jr. I think that's a roundup. Shakur Stevenson next week. Shakur Stevenson next week, which is a travesty that one of the greatest boxers of our generation is not even being. It's like we just about know that he's fighting.
Well, that's his last fight with Top Rank. Well, if he renews, he renews, but that's his last fight with Top Rank. We'll see what he does after that.
That's mad. Keyshawn Davis. Yeah, that's my man. That's my guy. Old tight Keyshawn and his brother Kelvin's fighting on the bill. Ashaki Foster is fighting Robson Conceição. That's going to be a good fight. That is going to be, former Olympic gold medalist in Conceição. Only lost 2 fights. One against Shakur and the other one against Oscar Valdez. So that will be a good fight from Brazil. He's a good fighter. And again, Olympic gold medalist. So good fight for Oshak Foster. The fights keep coming thick and thin, Spence, or thin and thick, or thick and thin. I don't know what they call it, but they're coming. The fighters are coming, and the fights are coming. So I think we've touched everything. Daniel Dubois or Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois is the main fight, which we're all talking about. Apparently, I think I read somewhere that 70,000 tickets have already been sold. That's amazing. Yeah. I was thinking that
it's not. Actually, I'm going to tell you now, it's not. Because really and truly, what should have happened, like they usually, when tickets go out straight away, it's gone. So that's not, no, our 70,000 already gone. The more than that's gone, loads of people want to come out to see this fight. So, good luck to everyone trying to get a ticket. I know I've got my allocations put down to one side. So I'm all good. And I shall be there. We shall be there. We shall be there. And on that note, Tunde Ajayi, I've got some studying to do, mate.
Yeah, me and you both. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we know Spencer's in a rush. He's got studying to do. Hey, wrong glasses. So I will end the show. I'm gonna phone Bill, but I'm just leaving Bill for now because I know Bill. I don't know. I kind of this whole
Look, ladies and gentlemen. Right, I probably like an old man saying it was a 2-hour thing. I don't blinking 2-hour thing. Yeah, I've got things to do.
It's supposed to be an hour show, but I don't know. Spence, he's doing his thing, but we got to lock off people. Sorry, maybe I should do a little carry on, but nah.
Yeah, well, carry on. But ladies and gentlemen,
I don't do that. I don't do them things.
Coming up because I've got.
If you're not with me, I'm not going it. I'm not doing it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let us end the show in exactly the same way. Same way we started it, in the magical words of dream it, believe it, but most of all, become it.
Coming up, peace to fingers. I wish everybody a very successful next strong days. Big up yourself. Later.
Peace. All those live and X land, Facebook land, YouTube land, Instagram land. Have a great Sunday.